Mars. A tiny blood-red spark in the velvet blackness of space. For thousands of years, it was a god of war, a harbinger of doom, and a source of terror. But today, it is something far more haunting. It is a mirror. When we look at Mars, we aren't just looking at a neighbor, we are looking at a possible past or a terrifying future. Welcome to the Red Frontier, a world of frozen deserts, gargantuan volcanoes, and canyons so deep they could swallow empires. This is not just a planet, it is the greatest mystery of our time. Today, we peel back the rusted dust to find the truth. Why did this world die? And more importantly, can we bring it back to life? This is Cosmic Mysteries. Prepare for a journey across the void. To understand Mars, you must first understand the color of fear. Why is it red? It's not because it's hot. In fact, Mars is a frozen wasteland. The red is rust, iron oxide. The entire surface of the planet is literally rusting away, a giant planetary graveyard of oxidized metal. If you were to stand on Mars and kick the ground, a fine toxic dust would rise. Dust is fine as talcum powder, but as sharp as shards of glass. But here is the first wow factor. If you stood on the Martian surface at sunset, the sky wouldn't turn red or orange like on Earth. It would turn blue. Because the dust particles in the thin atmosphere scatter light differently, a Martian sunset is a sapphire blue, a blue sun setting over a red desert. Can you imagine the beauty? But don't breathe in. The atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide. It is so thin that it's nearly a vacuum. On Mars, sound travels differently. It's muffled, distorted. If you screamed for help, your voice would vanish into the thin air before anyone could hear you. And the cold, it is brutal. At the equator, a summer day might reach 20 degrees Celsius, but by night, the temperature crashes to -70. At the poles, it hits -150. This is a world that wants to freeze your blood and boil your skin at the same time. Earth has mountains, but Mars has titans. Let's talk about Olympus Mons, the king of volcanoes. Imagine a mountain 3 times higher than Mount Everest. It is 25 kilometers tall. It is so wide, 600 kilometers across, that if you stood at its base, you couldn't even see the peak. It would be hidden behind the curvature of the planet itself. Olympus Mons didn't grow like Earth's volcanoes. Because Mars has no plate tectonics, the hot spots stayed in one place for billions of years, piling lava higher and higher until it literally poked a hole into space. But the giants don't stop there. Look at Valles Marineris, the Grand Canyon of the solar system. If you placed this canyon on Earth, it would stretch from New York City all the way to Los Angeles. It is 7 kilometers deep. In the morning, clouds of ice fog form at the bottom of the canyon, making it look like a sea of white mist from space. This is a scar on the face of the planet that tells a story of a violent tectonic birth. And then there are the dust devils, tornadoes of dust that tower miles into the sky. On Mars, these devils dance across the plains, leaving dark, swirling tracks behind them. Sometimes these small storms grow. They merge. They become a global dust storm that wraps the entire planet in a brown shroud for months, blocking the sun and killing any machine that relies on solar power. Mars is alive, but its breath is made of dust and electric static. This is where the story of Mars becomes a tragedy. Today, Mars is a desert, but 4 billion years ago, it was a water world. We have found the fingerprints, ancient river valleys winding through the highlands, massive floodplains where water once rushed with the force of 1,000 Amazon rivers. We now believe that a vast ocean once covered the northern hemisphere of Mars. It was a blue planet, just like Earth. It had rain, it had clouds, it had the ingredients for life. But Mars had a fatal flaw. It was too small. Its core cooled down too quickly. When the core solidified, the planet's magnetic shield vanished. Without a shield, the sun's solar wind became a cosmic sandblaster.
It stripped away the atmosphere, molecule by molecule. The oceans boiled into space or retreated deep underground into the permafrost. Mars didn't just lose its water, it lost its soul. But here is the mystery. If the water went underground, did the life go with it? Are there microscopic Martians sleeping in the dark, salty aquifers miles beneath the rust? We are currently drilling into the soil with the Perseverance rover to find out. We aren't just looking for water, we are looking for our ancestors.
Let's talk about what it feels like to be a Martian. The gravity on Mars is only 38% of Earth's. This changes everything. If you weigh 100 kilograms on Earth, you weigh only 38 on Mars. You could dunk a basketball like Michael Jordan. You could lift heavy equipment like a superhero. But there's a price to pay. Without heavy gravity, your bones would become brittle. Your heart would shrink because it doesn't have to pump blood against the weight of Earth's pull. To live on Mars, humans would have to evolve. Over generations, Martian colonists would grow taller and thinner. Their children would be Martians in every sense of the word, fragile beings who could never return to the crushing weight of their ancestral home on Earth. And then there are the moons, Phobos and Deimos, fear and terror. These aren't beautiful round moons like ours. They are lumpy, captured asteroids. Phobos is a doomed moon. It is orbiting so close to Mars that the planet's gravity is slowly ripping it apart. In 50 million years, Phobos will shatter and Mars will have a ring just like Saturn, a ring made of the bones of a dead moon. For decades, humanity has been launching a silent invasion of the Red Planet. It began as a series of desperate gambles. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union and the United States raced to be the first to touch the rust. Many failed. Dozens of spacecraft now lie scattered across the Martian plains, silent, frozen monuments to human ambition. But then came the triumphs. In 1976, the Viking landers gave us our first high-resolution look at the surface. We expected to find Martians. Instead, we found a silent, sterile desert. Then came the rovers, Sojourner, Spirit, and Opportunity. Opportunity was designed to last 90 days. It survived for 15 years. It traveled 28 miles across the alien terrain, proving that Mars was once a world of liquid water. Its final words before a global dust storm choked its solar panels were, "My battery is low, and it's getting dark." A heartbreaking end for a robot that became a hero. Today, we have the heavyweights, Curiosity and Perseverance. These are nuclear-powered mobile laboratories the size of SUVs. They are climbing mountains, laser-blasting rocks, and even flying helicopters. The Ingenuity helicopter proved that we can fly in an atmosphere 1% as thick as Earth's. We are no longer just visiting Mars, we are colonizing it with our eyes and ears. But even with our high-tech cameras, Mars keeps its secrets. In 1976, the Viking 1 orbiter captured an image that shocked the world. The face on Mars, a massive humanoid face staring up from the Cydonia region. For decades, conspiracy theorists claimed it was a monument built by an extinct civilization. Later, higher-resolution photos proved it was just a natural mesa. Or was it? And then there are the methane burps. Our rovers have detected mysterious spikes of methane gas in the atmosphere. On Earth, 90% of methane is produced by living organisms. Is something beneath the soil breathing? Or is it a geological process we don't yet understand? Even stranger are the spiders of Mars. Every spring, near the South Pole, strange, dark, spider-like patterns appear on the surface. These aren't creatures, but geysers of carbon dioxide gas erupting through the ice, carrying dark sand with them. Mars is a world of illusions. It teases us with signs of life, only to reveal a landscape of alien chemistry. We are now entering the most audacious chapter of the human story, the era of Starship. Elon Musk and SpaceX have a vision that sounds like pure science fiction, to make humanity a multi-planetary species.
They aren't planning a small outpost, they are planning a city of 1 million people by 2050. Imagine the first footprints, the first humans to step out of a silver spacecraft onto the red dust. They will face radiation that can rot their DNA. They will have to mine the soil for water and use a process called MOXIE to pull oxygen out of the thin carbon dioxide air. They will live in pressurized domes or deep underground in lava tubes, vast natural tunnels formed by ancient volcanoes that could shield entire cities from the cosmic rays. Life on Mars will be hard, it will be dangerous, but it will be the greatest adventure in human history. Every person on Mars will be a pioneer, building a new civilization from the ground up. They won't just be Americans or Chinese or Russians, they will be the first true Martians.
But what if we didn't have to live in bubbles? What if we could give Mars its soul back? This is the dream of terraforming. Scientists have proposed radical ways to warm the planet. Some suggest detonating nuclear weapons over the poles to melt the ice caps and release CO2. Others suggest launching giant mirrors into orbit to reflect sunlight onto the surface. As the planet warms, the frozen oceans would melt, the atmosphere would thicken, rain would fall on Mars for the first time in 4 billion years. We would plant moss, then lichen, then forests of genetically modified trees. Over centuries, the red planet would turn green and eventually blue. Imagine a future where children play under a Martian sky that is no longer pink or blue, but a deep, breathable indigo. A world where you can walk outside without a spacesuit. It sounds impossible, but remember, Earth was once a molten ball of fire. Life transformed Earth. Now it is our turn to transform Mars. Mars is more than a destination. It is a backup drive for the human race. It is a reminder that no world lasts forever, and that our curiosity is the only thing that can bridge the gap between the stars. As long as we keep looking at that red spark in the night, we have hope. Thank you for exploring the red frontier with us at Cosmic Mysteries. The journey has just begun. If you are ready to become a Martian, hit the subscribe button and join our mission to the stars. Keep your eyes on the stars. Keep looking up.